Ryan Show, throwing huge wrenches of individual liberty into the machine of the state, the steamroller of the government. We're here on the Libertarian Lighthouse Radio Network and locally on News Talk 98.7 WOKI. This segment, I'm making a radio host executive decision and holding that reducing violence segment I talked about on the end of the last segment. We'll go hold that until after the half-hour break because there's something I want to get into because it relates back to that first segment where we're talking about the embassies. And I was noting, too, that these embassies had to be reopened except for the one in Yemen. And the reason why is I ran across this story real quick from the news feed during the commercial break. It's entitled, 3 U.S. drone strikes kill 12 militants in Yemen. The U.S. has sharply escalated its drone war in Yemen, with military officials in the Arab country reporting 34 suspected Al-Qaeda militants killed in less than 2 weeks, including 3 strikes on Thursday alone in which a dozen died. Thursday's first reported drone attack hit a car carrying suspected militants and killed 6, a security official said. Badly burned bodies lay beside their vehicle, according to the official. 5 of the dead were Yemenis, while the 6th was believed to be of another Arab nationality, he said. Okay, so the bodies were badly burned, but I guess not burned so badly that this unnamed official can tell 5 were Yemenis and the 6th one was from another Arab nationality. Does this not sound a little too convenient to you? Maybe it's nothing. But trying to ID a body's nationality after being hit by a missile and being badly burned, personally, I would think that would be a little hard to do right off the bat. The story goes on, the second drone attack killed 3 alleged militants, the official said, and a third killed 3 more suspected militants. I noticed that they used the words alleged militants and suspected militants. The story doesn't seem to be building a whole lot of credibility with me, but again, then, like I said, maybe it's me. The official who spoke on condition of anonymity because he was not authorized to talk to the media. He also stated that all of the airstrikes targeted cars. The drone strikes have become a near daily routine since they began July 27th. But so far, they have been concentrated in remote, mountainous areas where Al-Qaeda's top 5 leaders are believed to have taken refuge. But drones also have been seen and heard buzzing for hours over the city of Sana'a, worrying residents who fear getting caught in the crossfire. Not too much unlike the people in England worrying about rockets being shot from Germany during World War II. Where's it going to land? Is it going to blow up something near me? Yeah, that sounds like we're building some really good rapport with the people of Yemen. They're scared to death the United States is going to kill them or seriously injure someone, but hey, we're fighting terrorists, so deal with it. Yeah, I don't know why they hate us over there. It's probably because they're either jealous of our success as a country or they hate our Western culture. But it definitely has nothing to do with scaring them half to death every day. No, nothing to do with that at all. The column continues, while the United States acknowledges its drone program in Yemen, it does not talk about individual strikes or release information on how many are carried out. The program is run by the Pentagon's Joint Special Operations Command and the CIA, with the military flying its drones out of Djibouti and the CIA out of a base in Saudi Arabia. I remember reading all about the CIA in the Constitution. Maybe during this next break, I'll crack out my copy of it and find the part where the government is supposed to send a secret agency into another country to assassinate its people without a trial. Oh, that's right. That's right. Natural human rights don't apply to them. They're not Americans. There's some backward culture that doesn't count. I'm sorry. I forgot that when the Declaration of Independence said that all men are created equal, it didn't mean all humans. It meant all American humans. Gosh, I hope we're teaching our kids that in school, so they'll know the difference between those inferior non-human beings outside this country and the superior human beings who reside within our borders. Since July 27th, drone attacks have killed 34 suspected militants, according to an Associated Press count based on information provided by Yemeni security officials. Wow, there's that qualifier again. Suspected militants. Good thing we don't give them the right to confront their accusers. I guess it really doesn't matter anyway now. They're dead. And oh yeah, they're not real people. They're over there in Yemen, where people aren't human and thus deserving of the rights all regular humans receive, like us Americans. The sudden drone barrage could further upset a population already angered by bombings that have killed civilians, said Gregory Johnson, author of The Last Refuge, Yemen, Al-Qaeda, and America's War in Arabia. It's a really rapid increase when there was a long time when there were no drone strikes for weeks, Johnson said in an interview with the AP. This has a lot of people in Yemen on edge. As I just said, these people are hearing these drones buzz around and are scared to death something is going to blow up right where they are. Johnson said the U.S. faces a major problem in Yemen when it comes to intelligence gathered on the ground. By relying solely on cell phone calls and other intercepts, chances are increased that a drone strike could merely target a tribesman who once called an Al-Qaeda figure rather than a militant, he said. The U.S. is firing missiles into a country, if not blindly, maybe just one eye, he added. Oh, please, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. We've been assured that cell phone calls and other intercepts are an excellent way to develop information on people. The NSA is doing it right now to us, the American citizen. Also, in Sana's cafes and on its public transportation, the drones were a popular topic of conversation, prompting fear and even some dark humor. One person says these aircraft are really scaring people here. As Muhammad al-Mahandis, he's a teacher. Another resident, Ahmed Sayed, suggested the Americans should target those who cause power outages in the city instead of Al-Qaeda. Speaking to AP over the phone, he shouted at a man crossing the street slowly, "Hurry up or the drone will hit you." Oh, isn't that nice? The people joke about drone strikes. So I guess it's all okay anyway. Boy, it sure is nice the Yemeni people have a good sense of humor about our government operating within their country and killing their people. In the end, I think the American reaction has been far more than has been reasonable, said Abdul Ghani al-Irayani. He's a political analyst there in Yemen. It comes off almost as a show of strength, but ultimately it may end up backfiring, as Al-Qaeda is getting more attention now than they would have if they had even carried out an attack. Yes, thank you. I think we should stick this guy in Congress. He seems to have more common sense than a lot of those that are up there now. Outrage over the strikes has spread to the Capitol, where the dismay over their frequency was heightened by their timing during the final days of Ramadan and the start of Eid al-Fitr holiday, one of the holiest and most festive times of the Islamic year. The anger built on tensions caused by 2 days of unprecedented flyovers of the capital by one or more manned American-made spy planes. Yemeni officials have tied the spate of strikes to a plot by Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula to seize major cities in the country's south. But many here view suggestions of such a plot with unvarnished skepticism, saying the group doesn't have the manpower to carry out such an ambitious operation. It sounds like the Yemeni government has been taking acting lessons from Washington. Everyone being killed is a terrorist. Al-Qaeda is taking over the country. All of this is necessary to protect you. But hey, if the Yemeni people get tired of us interfering with their country, we still have Egypt, right? Well, according to another story here, apparently not. Recent reports coming out there say that the people there in Egypt aren't so happy with our choice of ambassadors. The latest one, which is Robert S. Ford, which a Canadian website has. It's a conspiracy type website, but it says that he ran death squads in Iraq while he was a political counselor at the embassy there from 2004 to 2006. Now, these rumors started running, and 48 hours later, the whole website gossip had spread to Twitter. And then Egyptian newspapers started picking up the story. And what followed was anger and accusations directed at both Ford and America itself. And the story goes on saying, trying to navigate the choppy political waters in Egypt hasn't been easy. The vitriol and violence continues to grow daily despite recent diplomatic visits from representatives of the United States, the European Union, and Arab Gulf states in an attempt to defuse the crisis and come to a nonviolent compromise. But as of now, the chances of that happening don't appear likely. You know what? Who cares? Just don't send an ambassador over there. How's that so hard? Don't have anything to do with these countries until they can get things sorted out. But no, just like inside this country, our government isn't happy unless, it's telling other people what to do. It's almost like some sickness or psychosis they have. These people in Washington, they want to run the world. We're flying around other countries' airspace, carrying out killings of people without trials, doing some of the worst things humans can do to other humans, and we wonder why a whole lot of this world hates our guts. It's because we won't mind our own business. We preach this human dignity sermon, this respect for other humans, and then we don't carry it out. All right, man, I'm running over my break here. We're up on the half-hour break here on the Patrick Reagan Show. Are you enjoying the ride so far? Of course you are, and we're only halfway through. We'll have more on the other side of this break, so don't miss it here on the Libertarian Lighthouse Radio Network and News Talk 98.7 WOKI.